Welcome back to DuckmanCycles at VW Garage. I'm your host, the Duckman. And this is...
My Karmann Ghia. I'm B. McQueen.
And this is my Karmann Ghia B. McQueen.
No, you're my Karmann Ghia, and this is B. McQueen. I'm the Duckman. You're the Duck Ghia. This is a Karmann McQueen.
Karmann McQueen.
And I'm having a stroke.
And that's B. McDuck shit.
That's, oh. Only on Saturdays, baby.
Well, we're back today to work on the Karmann Ghia, and you probably remember from the last time we were working here in the engine compartment, getting that cross shaft together. Well, now we're just about ready to throw an engine in here.
Yeet.
Literally, just like that. It's gonna go in from the top. We're gonna do it like a Chevy guy would do. Here we go. Don't fit right.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas.
Ain't got no gas in it. Anyways, we got all the engine, well, 95% of the engine components, so we're going to start assembling this thing and try to get a little bit together so we have something to show you guys. And then when we're getting ready to put it in, probably next week, when we get the rest of the little gee-dunks that we need to throw it together, we'll actually get this thing installed and possibly even running. That's going to be exciting to hear that the first time.
As long as everything comes in the way it's supposed to this week. Yes.
Yes. Well, hey, it hit you this time. Isn't that great? This time it's stuff that she ordered that didn't show up on time. And hopefully it'll be the right stuff. I guess only time will tell, so we'll have to see when it comes here. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump on this engine. So licky, likey, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to pluck those dingle bellies. That way you get updates every time I upload a video. Check out DuckShit.net for all of your social media links. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Tweeters. I got 2 Tweeters. We said many, many times before. We got multiple YouTubes. Don't miss them. And there's a whole bunch of other fun stuff up there too, so please check it out. We'll be back right after the intro. Give them a swat. Alright, we got B over here on the ground showing her parts.
Yes.
Yeah, isn't this fun? All of her parts are brand new and shiny on account of her being so young and attractive.
Sure. That.
That's it. That's exactly right.
Ooh.
So hit up DuckShit.net if you're interested in seeing more. Anyways, right here... What? Here's all the chrome stuff that people are telling us repeatedly that it's going to overheat your engine on account of it being shiny and chrome. Now, why in the hell would any engine just have a coating that's going to overheat it on something like chrome on a tin? You got to think of what tins are, you guys. Tins are pipes. Quite literally a pipe. And it's the only thing that their purpose is to channel air and push it in the proper direction. Tins don't even get hot. And some people are telling me your chrome tins are going to get incredibly hot. And what's going to happen is that they're going to turn into like a hairdryer. And it's going to blow all that hot air right onto your engine. How hot could the tins possibly get over ambient air? No, seriously, because they actually don't dissipate any heat. They're just pipes, as I said before. So even in the event that I took a torch and I heated up, let's say, the air shroud on this thing on a running engine, red hot. As soon as I took the torch away from it, that red hot is just going to disappear on account of the air blowing past it. It's just going to dissipate that heat down to nothing. And within seconds, I should be able to press my hand on it. Of course, I'd be ruining the chrome in the process, and you'd probably scream at me, and then probably take it off and hit me with it. The shroud, that is.
Not wait until you're sleeping.
But anyway, yeah, chrome tins are not going to overheat the engine unless for some reason you do have a bunch of aftermarket ones that just don't fit. And as we learned from aftermarket parts last week alone when we started to put things together, stuff doesn't always fit right. So we're going to have to be very, very observant to make sure that all these components do fit correctly, and we will address any problems that we have and make adjustments as necessary. And one of the things that I do, because these tins do like to rust on the backside, is I always hit the inside with a coating of paint. Now that probably won't do anything for heat dissipation, because again, tins don't dissipate heat, but it just stops them from rusting because the backside of these are never coated very well, and they always just get rusty shitty. And of course, once the backside is rusty, then it tends to spread under the chrome to the front side, and then all the chrome on the front side pops off too. You got to make sure that when you got this together, that you put a nice coating of some kind of wax on it. Some of the ceramic coated stuff is real nice nowadays, and just spray it on there, rub it on, and I think these chrome tins will last you a long, long time. Because they are pretty. They are really, really pretty. And you can keep them that way, and it's going to be an indoor kept car. So keep it in the garage. It's going to be fair weather only, right? That's it. One of the other things we're going to address also is we're going to install some flaps on here. We don't have them at this moment, but it's not a problem to lift that shroud back off and finish it up, especially on account that this week we're not actually going to have the whole engine together anyway. We're going to put together the majority of the things, and then all the stuff will just slop back together later. So it shouldn't be a big deal at all. But anyways, there's our parts. We got our pulleys, we got our intake manifolds, we got our shrouds, we got our breastplate, we got our front plate, we got this little pulley plate. You got one of the tins over here that goes over the cylinders. Which one is that? Let's see, there's numbers on it.
3, 4.
That means it goes on the left. Yep. You know which one is 1? They're numbering the cylinders, by the way.
Oh.
Kind of important thing you need to know on a Volkswagen engine.
Good to know.
Cylinder number 1 is always this one.
Okay.
And that applies to Volkswagen. I can't tell you if it's the same on a Subaru. In fact, I think they're numbered differently. But it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's how they number the cylinders on here. And that's important for when you set your distributor, because we're going to set the timing, because it goes 1, 4, 3, 2. So it'll fire here, then here, then here, then there, and then goes back to 1 again.
Okay.
So that's how it works. Technically it's 4, 3, 2, 1, but it always starts with 1. 1 fires first. So that's how it works on there. So it's pretty easy to remember that. So anyway, let's go ahead and start throwing some stuff. We got us a proper screwdriver, because I get bitched at all the time for not having a big enough screwdriver. Sounds like my dating life.
For you?
Yeah. That's for the cheese head screws that we're going to be installing. I gotta have those. And we got a 13mm wrench, because we're going to install the clutch pressure plate, which I'm going to have to look to see if we even have the right one, because I think we have an earlier bearing on this Karmann Ghia, which means that pressure plate doesn't have the center ring, the little collar that goes in there. So I might have to go grab one out of my parts bin and switch that out. But here's what we're going to do today. Let's grab something first. See that pulley tin right there?
Yeah.
That one, yes. Okay, that's going to go on first. It's going to go right here. We've already checked the oil pump and tightened down those bolts, by the way, for anybody that's asking questions. Yes, it does have an outlet, but this is not a full flow engine. That should go on. Turn it around. You flipped it over, now flip it over this way.
Ah.
And it should go on just like so. And there's, I think, 3 screws, 4 screws.
I see
one here, one there. These are the ones that are impossible to get to without having the pulley off. So we do have the pulley off currently.
I need the cheese head screws.
Yeah, cheese head screws.
Cheese head.
Yep. You might want to put a handful of them down here on the wood. They're not going to roll too far.
Come on.
Yeah. Let me grab you a tripod here, and I'll get down there with you and help you a little bit with this stuff. Alright, how you screwing?
Not yet.
Yeah.
There we go. Just want to get it started.
That's it, not much to it.
Ah!
Oh no!
Ding dong.
Ding dong. Ding dong goes the dingle belly. Okay, you're actually on the wrong side of the dipstick.
That?
Yeah, you don't want to get caught on the dipstick, otherwise it wasn't going to come out.
Ah.
Might have a chrome one of them around too.
That one started.
And pretty much when it comes to these cheese head screws, if you find a hole for a screw to go in, it takes a cheese head screw. Just run them in.
No.
Is it being tricky? Why? There you go. Get them in and snug them up. And that dipstick goes back down.
I don't know why that one was so much harder to get in.
Probably because the tin is slightly misshapen.
Yeah.
And you notice as you're tightening here, it's forming for the engine.
Perfect.
Yeah, so it was just slightly out of shape. Just like me. Make sure those are snug now.
Snug?
It's like snug, like you don't want them to come back off kind of snug. I mean, don't crank the shit out of them either, because they'll get stuck. Or you'll strip them.
Okay.
But as long as they're tight, they gotta be tight and not come out.
Wait, like a twigga.
Alright, now you want to put your cylinder tins on next. So pick that one. Remember which one 3 and 4 is?
These.
Yep.
It goes this way.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Watch out for those paper towels that are in there.
Leave them in, take them out.
Leave them in, but just watch out for them because you don't want to get them under the tin. Yeah, it's a little tricky. You got to kind of slot it in. It's got to go around a bunch of different things.
Okay.
It's got to go around the exhaust studs, and it's got to go under the oil cooler. It's got to go behind the flywheel flange. It's yeah, there's a bunch of different ways that one's got to go. These fit pretty good, as you know. We tried them before already. Don't be too afraid. It's not going to hurt you. It is sharp edges, so maybe it will hurt you, but... Yeah, there's 2 on those ends, and then I think that's it. And then there'll be 2 more on the other one on the other side, too. Same way.
Come on.
Can I pick where? Alright. That one went on real easy. I should have gave you that one.
It's alright.
I know, but it would have been funny. Be like, yeah, look. This one's easy.
We're learning.
Yeah. I'm learning too. My first time. Full version. Are these ported heads? Those are ported heads. These are ported heads. These are performance heads. This car's gonna go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's gonna go.
It's gonna go.
It's gonna go.
There's no joke about it.
Oh.
Let me just put these back in there so you don't accidentally drop one of them screws in there. Not that it'll be the end of the world, but then we just gotta fish it out.
Oh, I have one of those magnet things.
Yeah, me too.
I love it.
A maggot thing.
Magnet.
Maggot doodle.
Walking down the street.
Yeah. Quit screwing her in.
Yeah.
Quit screwing them down.
No.
No.
No. Boop, 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 boop.
Yeah, those actually fit very, very well.
Yeah,
To see that those
surprised.
ports, the intake ports, are actually open, those are not stock heads.
Okay, let me make sure.
This guy built an engine here. This is a...
Hell yeah, he did.
You're going to be happy with this. It's going to
Okay.
have a little more guts than a standard 1600 for sure. All right, now you want to look right here, make sure everything fits down. Got your things stuck there again. All right, you see these holes line up, but there's no screw in there, and that's because there's actually another part that goes in there. It'll be this,
Okay.
and I also see there's no screw hole in there either. And this one, I don't know if it goes under or over. Make sure these all fit snug like they're supposed to. Okay, good. All right, this point you can start putting on your manifolds.
Okay.
Those bullhorn looking things.
These?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hold them up to your head and look in the camera. There you go. Moo.
Ooh.
Moo moo, I love you. I know you're a cow, but anything will do. All right.
Okay.
Okay,
And these go
and see if you can figure this out.
on those dirt.
Pop quizzing you.
Boop. Here?
Yeah, that's how they go, right?
Sure.
Yeah, because they suck the dirt from the ground, right? Yep, sucks it right up. Close. You're getting closer. Bingo!
Ooh, that's a bingo.
Ah, it's a bingo timer.
Very good.
And it needs a nut.
Yes, but one
What?
critical step that you missed.
Butt nuts.
Big step. You missed it. You really missed it. It's kind of a big thing.
Just to take
Very
the
important.
Kleenexes out.
Yep, you got to take the Kleenexes out. There's only supposed to be Kleenexes on my nightstand. It's next to the Jergens.
What kind of is it? This where we use the copper nuts?
You're going to be using the brass nuts on this, but before you get to that, you got to pull them tissues out anyway. And yes, the gaskets are already on there, you guys. They're already on there, and they are port matched, so we're just going to go with the ones that are on there rather than cutting something else up. That's it. Do the same thing on the other side here.
I'll come back.
Yeah, you are going to come back because you're not done yet anyway. There you go. What the hell was that? That's not a chicken unless it's dying.
No, it's stuck. There's a piece of tissue stuck in there.
How much? Oh, that? Yeah, it's not hurting anything. Give me that screwdriver. I'm just going to push it under.
Oh, I can see it.
There it is.
Oh.
This is really not going to hurt anything. It's just a tiny little fragment. It's like the kind of stuff you find in a lady's pubes.
Ooh. She needs to be showering better.
Alright, now, the center section goes in. That's that long tube that's down there.
This one?
Yes, and get your rubber gogies too. There they are. You have to bust them out of there.
Busted.
It's your rubber gogies. The gogies.
Bogey.
Show me your gogies. Nice gogies you got there, girl. She's got the gogies. I'm supposed to have the gogies, and she's supposed to have the hoagies.
She's got the gogies. Got it.
Yay.
Gogies in a gasket.
Oh, there's actually a gasket set in there. Yeah, it's a shame you're not going to use them because those aren't port match. But put them on the side. Yeah, well, other way. Yeah, throw them out there. There you go. Alright. Now, take your center section. And you want to slide them gogies on, small end first. Make sure you have the... Yeah. Keep that on there first. And what you might want to do, you gotta put the small end on first, but flip that thing over so that way it's... what am I saying? Flip the hose clamp over. Both of them.
These?
Yep, turn them over. Flip it. Take it off. Flip it. Put it back on. There you go.
Oh, on both sides?
That way the screws are facing you.
Ah!
I was trying to figure out how to tell you like NASA would so you don't have a mistake on Apollo 13 there.
Ooh, like that.
So I had to use the correct wording. Right. And then slide the gogi on and do the same thing for the other
All
side.
the way on?
Just enough. Just a little bit. That's too much. Just needs to go on so it's about even. Otherwise you might have some trouble when you go to slide it on there later. Whoa.
Oop.
Ah! There you go. Gogies. Hoagies and Gogies.
Could be your new channel name.
Sounds like a cars and coffee kind of thing. Hoagies and Gogies. That's it. Yep, very good. Now, on the center of the engine case,
Yes.
there is a stud there with a nut on it. See that nut?
This one?
No, the next one to you. Towards you. Yeah, that, on the other side, left.
Oh.
Yep. Make sure that nut is either loose or off. Okay. Now you want to put that tube into the end castings. It's got to go in one. And actually you want to bring that tube up towards you. Right now you're aiming it the wrong way. It's got to go straight up. Yeah. And that stud where you took that nut off of, you see the flange under there? Notch? Right, it goes right on that. And this is where you start sliding those pieces together. Okay. And then end casting on the other end.
This doesn't want to go on right.
Why?
It's a good question.
Why? 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 What have you done? Just needed a little bit of physical abuse.
Same.
Yeah, just like that. Okay, now we're gonna stop. And hammer time. Use a lock nut, or a lock washer, I should say.
Okay.
And then your brass nuts.
In the box behind you.
Why'd you nut your brass box?
Brass my nut box.
You got them nice little brass nuts for the intake side. It makes it a whole lot easier for them to go on and off.
Okay.
One washer each side, and then one nut on the end.
Where?
All the way on the end. All the way on the end. Pick an end, left or
Oh.
right. All the way on the end, right.
On these guys?
Yep.
Okay.
That's it. See? Nothing to it. Oh man, this girl's almost as good as nutting as I am. I don't know if those are 12s or 13s. They're supposed to be 13s, but they might be undersized 12s because some intake manifolds are slightly oversized and it makes them harder to get a tool on there. Now, of course, you can't get a ratchet on that side because, well, look at that. See? No way. You can try putting a swivel on it, but I haven't had a whole lot of luck with that, especially when it's in the engine compartment, so I just do it the old-fashioned way. Turn with a wrench. And get some on this side. Ooh. That's it. Might want to use your other hand. You got skill. That's it. The girl knows how to work it even when she's inverted.
Advantages to swinging both ways.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get you a wrench for those. Finger tighten them right now. Just turn them all the way down. You turn them all the way down, and I'll come back with a wrench for you. All right, those little brass nuts we knew were undersized. We figured they would be 12s, and they're actually 11s. Quite to my surprise. Now, don't over-tighten that side. When it starts to snug up a little bit, that's exactly what you're looking for it to do. It's going to start moving. And then snug up the other side at the same time. And try to do them evenly. They're supposed to be torqued to a specific foot poundage, but because it's really hard to get a torque wrench in there, usually I just make them snug enough. And sometimes it's so hard to get a tool in there, they're barely tighter than finger tight. Because you can only just get a wrench on it. But because it's out of the engine compartment, we're actually getting a lot more done here.
It's about even.
I think so.
Do the other side.
Yeah. I'll help you out with it. Just verify. Before you do that, you got to make sure that that intake manifold is sitting straight. Because now you're having an idea as to where it's going to sit. That's usually what I experience with these. It's usually long on the left side.
I haven't tightened it down.
No, that's normal. It's usually what happens. Usually a little bit long on the left side. But yeah, this is going to come up and then the boot's going to slide over. Looks like you got plenty of clearance space. Na-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na-na.
Yeah, it's
Na-na-na-na-nut, na-na-na-na-na-nut.
Nut.
She tightens nuts.
Sometimes. Some days you tighten nuts, other days the nut tightens you.
You've been tightening my nuts for 2 years.
Unfortunately. Much to your dismay.
I'm not dismayed.
Nut made?
Yeah, I'm nutmade. I'm like nutmeg. Nuttin', honey.
I've seen that skit.
Nuttin', honey. Do you remember the cereal?
No.
That's actually where it comes from.
What are you eating? Nothing, honey.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It came out, yeah, before you were born. Actually, I was just a boy, like a young boy, like 7.
When I was a young boy.
Very good. All right, I'm just going to double check everything, make sure everything's snug. Otherwise, it looks like your intake here is going to be just fine. It lined itself up on this side. It ran long on that side like I expected, and usually it's a little short on that side. That's just the way it goes. Okay, you got that just about snugged up. I'm going to verify with you, make sure they're good. Looks like you're still turning that one a little bit. What you're going to do is you're going to slide them little rubber boots back like a condom. And
I gotta double check the other side because I didn't snug them up completely.
that's what I'm going to do for you.
Oh, okay.
Yep. But you want to unroll your condom. Yep, just like that. And it should fully engage. Sometimes I shoot a little WD-40 on them or something just to make them slide. This time I cheated because I wanted to see you do it the hard way.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank
Well, you gotta learn, you know. I'll let you lube the other side. I want you to do one at least the hard way so you figure something out here. That clamp might also be a little too tight. You might have to loosen the clamp. Alright, I'll let you fight with that for a minute.
Does it matter what order you do them?
No, as long as they're just snug. I thought you were going to come back to that, actually. I wasn't expecting you to do that with that big screwdriver.
Yeah, I don't know how well this
Sometimes the big one is just too big.
It is too big.
Yep.
Okay.
Put that down. Let's go ahead and hit the other side there. What we got on this side?
I'll hit the other side.
There you go. Unroll that condom down there.
Is it supposed to go actually in?
Yeah, it should, but they don't always line up evenly. So just put the boot on. The boot will hold it in place.
Oh.
See? Wasn't that
What?
easy? A little bit of lube makes a long way,
God.
doesn't it?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, let me get you a little stubby screwdriver and you'll be good to go there.
Make sure that's on. Will you make sure that that's on? Feels on all the way.
Yeah, you got it. It looks on. Yeah, it's fine.
Dope.
Oh, boom, 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 boom. All right, let me get you a little screwdriver. Scheisse grouten.
Shit gremlin?
I have no idea what it meant, but, you know, it sounded good. Scheisse something. What was that one before? Anschlagpuffer. Anschlagpuffer. Are you an Anschlagpuffer? You'd be my best friend.
No.
Oh, come on, you'll be my best friend?
I'm not already your best friend.
You'll be my best friend on video? We could be YouTube official. YouTube official best friend?
Oh, YouTube official best friend.
Yeah, you know, be my best friend on YouTube?
Best Volkswagen friends?
Yay! Friend superpowers.
Should we get matching necklaces?
Yes, we should.
The Volkswagen necklaces.
Oh, yes. It'll be a Volkswagen emblem with a crack in it. We each get a half.
You can use my earrings.
Oh. Where'd those come from?
The show.
Our show?
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, there was someone
I
selling.
remember that for some reason.
They had these, and I also got a Karmann Ghia keychain, a wooden one.
Right.
It'll go on my keys when I get that.
And an Anschlang puffer.
Anschlang puffer. I had to stand up. My knees hurt.
Yeah, you only have to tighten one at a time, too. You're kind of holding them both up. You don't have to
Oh.
hold them both. Just one gets you. Anschlag puffer.
One nut at a time.
One nut at a time, one nut at a time. So you probably don't remember that show now.
One nut at a time.
One day at a time. But that was even a little bit before me, I think. I think it ended in the 80s, but it started in the 70s.
One day at a time.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprisingly bad at any sort of TV shows.
TV trivia from years
Era.
past.
From any era.
It's so weird watching TV from back then because things were just so different. It's like we were entertained by that garbage. It's like that was awful.
I think that about some of the 90s shows.
Yeah, same. That was
Friends?
even worse.
I never watched Friends when it was on air. I watched an episode of it the other day and I was like,
It's so hokey. Yeah, it's so
people
incredibly
thought this
hokey.
was like peak humor.
In fact, the way you just said that was kind of like the way they would have said it in the show. All right, that looks great. Yeah, go ahead and work your pipe. Make sure it stays on there. Looks good to me. Oh, wow. Oh. And this is still in there. That's good. We're going to leave that there. Okay, now, you got a nut on that end needs to go on.
Yes.
And then there should be a washer there you can slip on there too, if you can get the washer on it. Sometimes the pipe is too fat. Did it go on there?
It stops right there.
Stops. Should be a little 13 millimeter. Although it's what, a 10 millimeter bolt, I suppose, but it's a 13 millimeter headed. Is it really giving you a fight? All right, maybe I'll have a closer look.
It's hitting this.
Just put it down, right where it was. Yay. Okay, now you're in the way. Anschlang puffer. Hey, looked like the stud was just too short. Yep. Sometimes you get a short stud, you know.
Too short.
You know, a little Napoleon kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna run without that washer altogether, just like we suggested earlier. And that ratchet that's around there somewhere.
This one?
Yep. Just gently snug it up. That does not have to be over tightened. It just needs to be snug.
Like that?
Yep, pretty much so.
Okay.
And then you got your fuel pump sitting there looking at you. Directly in front of you, right there on top of the engine. Yes. That needs 2 bolts on it. Or 2 nuts, I should say. And with a set of washers, too, if you can get the washers on there.
Washers. Does it need, this is not the brass ones, right?
No, not the brass, just the standard nuts, which I think we have some. Yeah.
box.
They're in the bag.
Right here.
It's in the bag.
In the bag.
In the bag. You say it like you're from Brooklyn. It's in the bag. Bag.
Yeah.
Say it like,
Yeah.
what's her name from Batman there?
Queen.
Yeah, Harley Quinn. It's in the bag. Or like Bernie Sanders would say bag also. You should vote for me, I'm Bernie Sanders. I didn't realize I did that so well until one day I was just doing somebody else's accent. They're like, you sound like Bernie. It's like, oh my god, I do. Yeah, Bernie. It was some lawyer over in Mobile named Bernie, and he did some commercial that was really awkward once. He was doing some kind of little slow dance, and it was like, if you want an attorney, call Bernie. I kid you not. And the woman that was sitting with me, that I was dating at the time, she just kind of slowly turns and looks at me. I look at her, and we just start laughing hysterically. It's like, that really was just on TV.
Wrench that fucker down. Oh,
Yeah, you said it. If you can get the ratchet on there.
I can.
No. Alright, you're gonna have to hand job it as snug as you can and let me get you a wrench.
Yeah, it is.
Alright, you got yourself 13 there. And you're gonna kind of get the one just a little snugged and then get the other one about even. and then balance them out so you don't crush them. But that one's already been pre-fit to this engine, and hopefully it should work with our alternator, although it's not a leaning fuel pump, and I think the leaning ones belong on an alternated engine. So we may have to change that out if it comes down to it, but we'll see what happens when we get there. Or cross that bridge when we come to it, as they say. Hey, look at that. You're doing a good job. That's it. Oh, no, don't force it.
I'm just wiggling it, making sure that it's... Oop. Okay.
What you got in your hand?
The alternator stand.
Alternator stand. And what's on the front there you're just reading?
Firing order 1432.
See, that's what we're talking about. Now there is underneath there is an oil strainer. This must be oriented and put in the correct direction. There's 8 different ways to install it, and there's only one right way to have it. And I believe that what we have there with the scallops facing inwards with the curved spaces backwards is correct. And this is actually the way the previous owner had it, so we're gonna leave that as is. What's funny here is every engine that I've ever owned, it was oriented this way, but this is actually wrong from what I've discovered in the instruction manual. I had to go back and check it. So we've since corrected this, but it needs to be turned 90 degrees to the right, with the baffles facing down. That goes on there just like so.
Washers?
Yep, 4 washers and 4 nuts. And we're trying to washer everything. I know it's a lot of Volkswagens don't have washers on them after the years, they seem to get lost. We're trying to do things the right way. These are lock washers, which is going to, of course, help to keep things together. Yeah, it's a little tricky. I could have had you do that before you put the intake manifold on, but I wanted you to do it the way the rest of us have to fight with it a little bit. Sometimes you don't.
A certain candy that we can't say because it's copyrighted has nuts. The other candy don't.
I wonder if Biddy has nuts. We don't know yet. Biddy, do you have nuts? Huh? Wings. Show me your wings when I ask about nuts. Yes, they do. They just don't hang down.
No.
They just don't hang down. Testiculites. I have a nice set of testiculites. Testicles was a movie. You ever hear that? Mm-hmm. You know? It was a spoof on like 300 and a few others, but he was some Roman soldier. Testicles.
Gee, so a lot of people know about Achilles and his heel, but did you know that he had a counterpart whose weakness was his testicles, like most men? Okay. Yeah, I know most people hear about Achilles' heel, but have you ever heard of both of these nuts?
I have now.
Okay.
I met a girl yesterday that had a pet squirrel. Of course, I had Boomer with me at the show, and she reached in her pocket and pulled a squirrel out. I was like, oh, what's his name? She goes, Deez. It's like, oh, no kidding. She's like, do you get it? I was like, oh yeah, I get it. She was a young girl too, probably 13, 14. She made it even funnier. No, I get it.
Got it.
Testicles.
Testicles, both of these.
Look at that. This is coming together nicely.
It's good because I'm hungry.
Hungry? Well, you're almost done, actually.
Good because I want to eat.
Who are we going to eat?
What?
What?
Did you say who are we going to eat?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're going to eat.
I say who?
I'm eating.
What are you eating?
Whatever my boyfriend is making.
These nuts.
That was this morning.
Oh, all right. I went with the eggs.
The boiled
That were full of all the
cheese.
lactose.
Way too much cheese. They were good though.
Lactose. Squish. Squish mittens. Speaking of which, I have a coupon for Red Robin. Want to go scarf some burgers sometime?
Maybe.
I think it's like a buy one get one free kind of thing. So I love when they do that for me. You can get it from there. Yep, you sure can. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Not really.
No?
Not well.
Oh, man. I believe in you. If you believe in Beezus.
Fucking send me money.
Yeah, send her money. Send me some too, you guys.
Yeah.
Nobody ever sends me anything. I'm getting broke up here making these videos.
Come on down to duckshit.cycles, Duckman's VW and shit, and send money.
There you go, because B said you guys have to do it now.
Yeah.
And don't worry, if you send to me, I always share with her anyway, right?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. I'll give you my free burger.
Burgers.
Yeah, I'll give you my free one.
Yeah.
I'll give you my free one. That's how I share my money. I still have to get you there, and I still have to buy you a drink, I guess.
I don't drink though.
It doesn't have to be that kind. They do have unlimited root beer floats, so bring your lactate.
Bring your lactate. This is a pain in the
Wild
ass.
Bill and I did that once. I think I had about 6 root beer floats.
I would vomit. No amount of lactate is going to save my butthole from that.
It's funny, it didn't do anything to me. I think it's that artificial dairy crap anyway. You probably won't have the same effect.
Oh yeah, you can tell when it's not real cheese because my stomach doesn't hurt. That's why I can eat Velveeta.
I did once.
Velveeta?
Yeah, and I had, like, gonorrhea on my lips.
Velveeta?
Never eat Velveeta. You're supposed to send her home. Have you ever seen Idiocracy?
It has been a long time, but yes.
I love that movie so much. But the newscaster's name was Velveeta.
I like money.
I like money.
Yep.
I like having sex with girls.
We like money. Send us money. Did I tell you that I had someone that actually sent me a filter wrench?
Yeah, you did.
That was so awesome. It came in handy when I changed the oil in the fart box a while ago. So kudos and special thanks to that guy.
Did anybody send you a set of vice grips yet?
No.
Oh, come on, you guys. Really?
I don't know if they're on my Amazon wish list or not.
Well, they don't have to be on the wish list. You know where to find my address, and the address is B's address. So if you got something to send it there. Duckshit.net, you'll find the address. If you got a set of vice grips, B's going to need some for in her own shop. Mm-hmm. She likes them so much.
Yeah.
All right, let's inspect everything you got here. Otherwise, you are really coming along. Hey, B, you got something. What you got?
Muff
Yeah,
cabbage.
Muff cabbage. What's that supposed to do?
It's right here.
Well, what's it supposed to do?
It muffs cabbage.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
Yeah.
This muff is from a Volkswagen thing. It's a bit of a different shape than something that you'd find on a Beetle, but it just might work on a Karmann Ghia because it does have a wider, different rear end. So we're going to give it a go. If it doesn't, well, then we'll try something else. But that's the way it works. Well,
Great. Let's get these nuts and washers to work.
that's it. Nut washer. Nut washers.
Ow, fuck.
Diarrhea washers. What'd you do?
I get the corn and nothing.
Why would you do that?
Just fuck it.
But fuck it.
Oh.
Wash your nuts.
Always wash.
Only every third woman. But only for the second and third ones. Oh. Oh, wait, you know what? Those are the copper nuts.
Woo!
Copper nuts. You've been wanting to use those. I'm glad I stopped you just in time. Those are the ones that are, well, they're not rust-proof, but they're semi-rust-proof.
No, I'm
Oh, the round side is out, yes.
okay. That.
Yeah, it's got a little lock nut feature on it, I guess, which I don't know how much use it's going to be because they heat up, but these are proper copper exhaust nuts. You know what? I don't think that has a plastic. No, it's not. That's just a copper lock nut. You're good. You know what the hell? Something's odd about this. That's interesting.
Oh, why are they?
It does have a flanged side. You can put the round side on first.
Oh, okay.
This is not what I thought they were. Okay, but this is fine. These are copper nuts. This is exactly what you're supposed to use. They're just shaped differently than what I'm used to. They're shaped to go into a flanged hole, but really it's not going to matter which way you put them on because you're using a washer.
Yeah.
Hey, B's running on them copper nuts. As we call their Cooper berries. They're Cooper berries. Cooper berries. Woober berries. That you can get your ratchet on, probably.
Yeah.
I might need to get you an extension, but yeah, you can get on there. Put one finger here when you do that.
Ah.
There you go. See? I'm gonna get you an extension too. I think it'll make it easier for you. Isn't that better with an extension?
Mm-hmm.
Not the most orthodox way to turn a ratchet, but you got it. Kind of backhanded. That's the way when you
Like
slip
my
off.
compliments.
Well, when you slip off of that, you
That's
will
like
bust your hand on something and you'll scratch your knuckles up.
It's not gonna. The extension's not gonna fit down on that one.
I know, but did you hear what I said first?
Yes.
Okay. And yes, it will fit on that one. You just gotta do it right. You aren't doing it right. I'll show you how. Faster, 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 faster. Oh! Cover nuts.
Coming up.
That one you might have a little trouble with. Yeah, pull that back off. It might get on there, it may not. You might be just hitting that one with the 13mm wrench and 83,000 times flipping a wrench around. And yeah, I know you guys, there's such a thing called a ratcheting wrench, and guess what? I don't happen to have any in my garage. If you'd like to send some, hit up duckshit.net, find my address, and send some right up there. Otherwise, I don't want to hear you bitching. Thanks so much.
Send us money.
I'm not asking for money. I asked for some wrenches. You want to see me use them? You send them.
You send it. We
You
use it.
send them, that's it. See? It works, doesn't it?
Farting around.
Farting around the Christmas tree.
Farting around with the Ghia engine.
Oh,
It's farting. Come on.
if it's starting to stress you out, just use a regular wrench on it. That means you're at the end of the turns there.
Yeah.
My wonderful broken open-ended wrenching.
Nope.
This is the one I'm going to
Big.
cut the tip off of it. Too big, what?
Big.
They're not 13s? Really?
Nope.
What's on that ratchet?
A 13. What? What?
What have you done?
I don't even.
Have you broken science?
Maybe. Oh, you know what?
Nope.
I wonder if that's why
But do I know
it's
who?
so hard to turn.
Why?
Because they're not 13s.
What do you suppose they are? Try your 11. I doubt it's an 11, but maybe it's a 12. 11.
Let's see.
Where's your 11 wrench? What'd you do with it?
Oh
Where's
yeah, they're not quite 13s.
it? Where it am?
Where it am?
Yeah,
I just put everything right here that was sitting here.
you did not. Lost it. Game over now. Uh-oh. Game over. Everybody's fired.
Fired. Is it back there?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh no, are they 12s?
Yeah, it's gotta be probably a 12. Which surprises me. I really expected 13s in there, but okay, let me grab you 12.
Why I was struggling with it so much.
I shall be right back.
Oh.
Is that fitting then, huh? So it was a 12er after all.
Perfect.
Very nice.
Make sure that they all.
Muff pipe. Hey. Nope, you're loosening. It's not a bitch, but it's gonna be a lot of turns. Turnises.
It's easier to have the right wrench.
Yeah. And again, that's where the ratcheting wrench comes into play. If we had a set, it'd be great. Hint, hint, guys. Come on
This is
now.
where I would use my ratcheting wrench. If I had one!
Yeah. So, you guys want to see them. Because we always get the bullshit every time everybody says, you should get them, get them, get them. Guess what? None of my budget sends them. Sends them. Not rich yet. Don't have a shop. Soon as I have a big shop, that'll be a different story. But guess what? I don't have that yet, so send me shop too.
Guess what? YouTube doesn't pay that much.
Nope, YouTube doesn't pay that much at all. I still got bills I gotta pay.
Same.
Yep, still gotta pay the bills. Anything extra, however, gets reinvested. So if anybody sends a donation, and you have, thank you guys for that. Those who've done that. That went right in the shop fund. Still working on getting the money together for that. It's still in my future, possibly even immediate. It depends on
Yay!
what things come together. Give me this wrenches.
Wrenches.
Grassy ass.
Danita.
Let's see if that turns. Yeah, it needed just a little bit more. That one was pretty good. Okay, here we go. And here. Ooh, that one's pretty loose. There we go. Topuses. That one's good. All right, you're tighten on there.
Yay.
Now, J-pipes. This is the part that we ran into a problem with.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a set. I do think that I have some. They are shitty, nasty old ones. They would do the trick, though. They go on. Yeah, we'll go on like this. This here is missing a stud, so we're going to have to replace that stud, too. But it goes in there, and then up and over, and then slides on. The exhaust stud. Anyway, we don't have a set of these right now. I don't even know why I'm demonstrating it. Somebody out there is going to ask. But there it is. So we need to order up a set of those.
It's on the parts list.
Yep. So anyway, they'll be in here before we put this engine in. But that's something that's up and coming. Okay, well, we're at a pretty good stopping point because you wanted to escape, didn't you?
Yeah, it's about that time.
Okay, so I think the last thing we're going to do is just throw the shroud up on there. And I think then we're done after that.
Wait.
That sound good?
Yeah.
All right. You can stand up.
Oh, good. Oh, my.
All right, we got to put that alternator on there.
Yeah.
Yep, there it goes. What do you think of that? Look pretty good?
I think so.
Yeah? It looks pretty solid to me. I think that's going to work out.
I hope so.
Yeah, everything appears to be bolted on there pretty good. Looks like we got a pretty good setup, and well, I'm happy with it. You happy with it?
I'm ecstatic.
Okay, well, we should be able to get this engine together next week with just a couple small parts.
As long as they come in.
Right, and then we're going to test stand it and see if we can run it before we stuff it in. That's probably wise to do, because once it's in there, it's a whole lot harder to adjust things, pull things apart, and, you know, figuring out what the hell we have to do with it. But anyway, that's it for now, so let's go ahead and close up this video.
Absolutely.
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 I like those.
Zaboobalabably.
Well, I got my camera shadowed on my chest. I guess it's gonna work out just fine. We're working and the sun is starting to go down, so it's really low in the sky and it's causing the shadows to form the way they are. But look at this shiny engine. This thing is just coming together tremendously. We got just about everything except for a couple little things that we realized that haven't showed up yet, like the big bottom crank pulley isn't here yet, and well, we have the nut to it, but we don't have the pulley. We're gonna need to get you just a belt, throttle tube, couple little things. Otherwise, it's mostly here. But there's the assembled engine. It's beautiful. It really is. I mean, it looks great. You have to polish the chrome a little bit. Got some spit on it when we were working and talking.
Yeah.
This is spit on it. It's actually like spit spray.
Sorry.
Otherwise, it's looking great, and I am happy. I hope you're excited. It's coming together, and we've got ourselves something that should be done. I think by next week we should have it running.
As long as we get all the parts.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of parts. And it's a matter of getting some adjustments set up. Really not too much after that. Hey, you know what you didn't do? We can do it right now while we're closing up the video.
Yeah?
Put your distributor in. The blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah, where is it? Gonna put your blue distributor in. Oh my god. Blue, she's coming for you.
Hello. It's all wrapped up.
It is wrapped up, wrap-a-doodled. But that's okay, just make sure the bottom is clean. That's the drive shaft on there. Make sure that doesn't have any dirt or anything on it. Which it doesn't, it looks like it's pretty good. Is there a lot of dirt on it?
There's quite a bit of dirt on it.
Not really.
Oh, okay. This is
There's dust. Yeah, it's just some dust. It's not like gritty sand, which you wouldn't want in there. Okay.
Go where that.
Yep, that plastic's gonna come up. And quite literally, you just push it right in. And you got it at the right angle, too. I can't see nothing because your hair's in the way, though. There you go. Yep, just push it straight down. You might have to work it a little bit. You probably should spit on it before you slide it in. That's kind of literally, but I'd put a little lube on it first just because. Yeah, just shoot it with that. That'll work.
The hole or this?
That. Get the rubber gogi that's on there.
That's all better now.
That's it. Yay.
Yay.
Yay. Your hair's in the way.
Which way does it go? That way?
Yep, that way.
Okay.
Push it down. That's pretty much it.
Ta-da!
It needs to go in a little further. And you know what? You didn't put the clamp on it either, but we got to pull it back out to put the clamp in it. But anyway, just for photo reasons, there it is. You're looking at an engine. It is complete. B is here, beautiful as always. Check her out. Look at that. You want to know more about her? Check out duckshit.net and find her links up there and see what she's up to. She's always got something she's doing. Otherwise, I'm your Volkswagen guy. I get dirty. I build stuff, sometimes junk. Speaking of which, before you leave, we're going to show you some junk.
Yeah.
Secret, though, so you can't tell nobody.
Secret squirrel junk.
It's secret. Yeah, it's squirrel junk, so don't tell nobody about it. I'm going to show you my squirrel's junk. So as always, guys, likey, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to pluck those dingle bellies. You get updates every time I upload a video. Check out duckshit.net for all my different social media links, including Bee's stuff. You'll find all kinds of different links up there for everything that she's got. Look at that wonderful, brilliant thumbs up she's got there. You got anything else you'd like to add today?
I duck, man, shit, Volkswagen Ghia engine.
Sounds painful.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time, you loud freaking Mustang asshole. Appreciate you. Later.
Butterfly.
Squirrel. Do your impression of the Ghia again.
No.
Oh, come on. Do it.
Nope.
Come on.
They can pay for
Come
that
on.
if they
Back
want to
that
see
ass
it.
up.
Nope.
Come on. I'll censor it so that way they have to pay for it.
Nope.
Oh, come on. Do it for me.
No.
Oh, come on. I'll do it when the camera's off. Okay.
It's a one-time thing.
Okay, it's off.
Where it's a one-time thing.
It's off now.
Nope.
It's not recording.
Come on, let's roll.
I am rolling.
Let's get it done.
Wait, no, I'm not. I'm not rolling. Go ahead. Do your trick.
He's the Duckman, and I'm Bea McQueen, and this is my Karmann Ghia, and today we're gonna put together an engine. Fuck yeah.
And then?
And then let's go put together an engine.
And then?
And
There's
then
more.
I'm gonna go home and eat food.
There's more.
Then you're gonna eat something?
After the initial intro, there's more you're supposed to say.
There's just follow and comment and subscribe and dingle bellies and engines. Ha
.net.
.net. Dinglebellies.net. It's .com.
You don't know my website anymore?
This is your world. I'm just living in it.
No, this is your car.
No, this is my car.
It's your car.
Visit duckshit.net for all your duck shit and .net needs. Damn it.
I might just leave it. I don't know.
Dude, I get some good outtakes from that.
I might just put it in and
Oh,
use
no.
the real thing. Alright. Oh, why am I way back there? Let's go ahead and zoom in.
Far.
So far away from me. You might have to project your voice a little bit. Alright. Let's see. How's this? Yeah, I'm still in frame.
You are the frame.
I am the frame.
Be the frame. Be the frame you wish to
I
see
should
in
just
this
start
world.
standing like this next to you so people really just start thinking I'm shorter.
Hi, I'm the Duckman. I'm a small, timid guy.
Okay.
I'm a complete pushover. You guys can say whatever you want about me because I'm so little and small.
It's only true to some things, but not my personality.
Oh.
Give him a swat. Crab people, crab people,
Not
crab
like
people.
crab, look like people.
Alright.